whistle.
Yes. I like just like the little bits of character expression that they put on these things. The simple stuff like the bits of sunscreen on the nose, the bite out of the popsicle to show that it's a little bit rugged like his blade.
Yup. Oh,
So sick.
It's so cool. They do, the skin team does such a fantastic job with all the cosmetics in this game. And oh my gosh, okay. If that's how we're going to open up this game, Cork, it's time to lock in. If you're parrying Meatball off the rip, we know exactly what we're in store for here.
It's an important statement to make up against Loxodont early on, but ooh, Brawley catching some bad DI. You were holding in, trying to recover, wasn't expecting that back air. But anyway, back to the meatballs. Yeah, if you can show early that you have those parries, it forces Brawley, the Loxodont player, to play a slightly different game.
Yeah, if you show that you're not afraid of a spicy meatball, he's going to be a little less gung-ho to throw it time and time again.
Yeah, my man's got spice tolerance.
Oh, absolutely.
Capsaicin got nothing on him.
Well, he's holding the popsicle. He's cheating in that case.
That
so.
is true. Maybe he secretly doesn't. He just takes a bite out of the popsicle every time he has his hot pepper.
Exactly. He's got the advantage to deal with the spicy foods, but Broly is looking to put some extra spice on this stock. 128 and still climbing 90. Wow, 78. Be careful this back air, but Cork doing a great job of stopping the bleeding there and taking the first stock off Broly.
Indeed. However, you've got a lot more to do as Broly is trying to close out this next one. Now, Forsburn, he's got some recovery mix-ups, but he can be a little bit exploitable. If you get him too far off stage, if he does commit to a recovery option, he can get a little bit stuck. And that's the place where Broly, I think, is going to try to thrive at ledge, punishing those stuck, canned call-out options.
Exactly. And especially clearing out as much of that smoke off stage as you can to limit Forsburn's recovery options in general. But oh my gosh, drop zone dare is going to do the work on Broly.
That will always work. If you catch this character side being too close to you, that down air is free.
And I love free. Everybody loves a bit of free.
Oh, speaking of free, getting a little bit freed up right now. No, what are you doing? Just hold the ledge.
And now you've given Cork free reign to run you from one side of the stage to the other. The smoke is getting set up. You got to keep track of two Forsburns here. Don't let your eyes get crossed.
That is unfortunate for Broly. Maybe overcooking it a little bit or being in an awkward spot, not feeling comfortable going to the ledge. However, trying to get another chance at it, please, please. Okay, why did you still should have just gone to the ledge? I don't know what Broly's doing here. But
that's probably just a comfort thing. He was probably not sure. I know I've run into it a couple times when you hang on to ledge just a little bit too long, the Forsburn will just no fear YOLO, like rising dare you to get you off of it, or like can also nair. So I understand where Broly's coming from, but I agree with you. He should not worry that much.
One thing that Cork is doing to make it a little bit harder to explain something with what Broly is doing. I still think you should go to the ledge, but part of the reason it's not free is because Cork is setting up smoke, so you don't have visual or audio cues for exactly when that teleport happens. You have to kind of base it off of feel, which ended up working against Cork at the end because he did the up special too low, because he also can't see his character.
Yeah. And, I mean, it all worked out for Broly. He gets game number 1 as we now have game number 2, which seems to be all Cork on the offset here on Fire Palace. 119 to a lowly 7, and that back air, not going to do it just yet, but he's getting the smoke set up.
Yeah, that smoke screen all over the place. Hit him with a yippee as well. A little bit of a drop zone bombo combo there. Man.
He does hit the yippee when you now that you say that. Oh my gosh.
Yippee!
Oh my.
All right, first stock goes to Cork this time.
Yeah. A nice little change of pace here, so maybe we won't get another 3-0. We get a little back and forth here as Cork keeping up the pressure, keeping up the damage. Disadvantage state not one to get much smoke set up while Broly's off stage, because you just want to keep the advantage going.
That's one thing that I love about Forsburn, that he has that decision making. Do you want to set up smoke? Do you want to hold the ledge? In most situations like what we saw there, especially when it's a Lox on the ledge, you probably want to hold your advantage, because getting in against this character can be a little bit tricky.
Now, remind me, a recent patch update was either 1.33 or 1.34 made changes to Smoke's hitboxes and made them a little bit less easy to get rid of, because I think they just shrunk the act. Oh my gosh, yeah, full Smoke.
You are correct. They did do that. However, it was 1.3.4, which means it is not present in the gameplay we're seeing right now. It's a relatively small change, all things considered, but it does help the character. The character in general got a few buffs on this last patch that just like some quality of life stuff to make him a little bit more of the deception character, make his special tools a bit more potent, rather than just being a Smash Ultimate back air simulator.
Exactly.
Speaking of.
But speaking to that on this, on playing on this patch, that means the Smoke is going to have that full active hitbox, where a character like Broly with these big active hitboxes and meatballs can just sort of clear swaths, so entire fields of smoke in an instant.
Ooh, but that will always work. And the eruption as well to close it out. Great stuff from Broly. We've been seeing more and more of that from the high-level Loxodont players, and Broly is one of the pioneers who has made that such a threat in his toolkit.
And it keeps working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Broly is certainly finding a lot of, oh my gosh.
Man, that just kills the Nair 1-2. And that Nair is a tricky move to use as well. My man is animated. Okay.
He's like, I can't believe that happened. He's like, wow, I really got that on top platform. He is laughing. He is so happy he got that.
Bro knows he's nasty with it. Probably is not having it. I can just hear he's like, bro, this is so dumb. I have to work so hard.
Man, why can you do that? I get it. I mean, I'm just playing Loxodont over here.
That was sick, though.
It was. Finishing with that down smash on the top platform. Oh. And that's not easy to do. You got to get that landing perfectly in order to just get the timing on that. So we're going to go here. Tempest for game number 3.
I have so much respect for any Nair-based combo with this character that doesn't use all of the hits. Because it's so difficult to get that timing just right, you really have to be comfortable with the move. But yes, going to Tempest, I think this is a good play for Loxodont in the matchup. Just having a small stage makes it harder for Cork to set up the clones, to set up the smoke.
But if he can get it set up, it's going to give him he's going to have reign over the entire stage. Because given just how small it is, he can pretty much hide that second clone anywhere he wants to. Broly, though, is not really going to, he's going to have the recovery. Yes, he is. Hanging on that little extra bit from the no charge down beat.
We're talking about covering space. That's another thing that Loxodont does get if Cork can't get his setups. And that is just simply that, like, his aerials cover half the stage on their own. It is obscene.
That's a real big pizza peel. It covers a lot of space, and now we're starting to see more of that offstage play from Broly. Forward air into the stage, in the back air. Now he's getting cute with it off the backboard to finish. And that's, does he have it?
And this time around, he does go to the ledge. He got his immunity shots. He is no longer allergic, taking advantage of that pretty easy situation. Cork now down a stock, but 149. Any sort of big hit, a back air, a down air will close this out.
You see it. He's looking for that back air right now, but so is Broly. Turned around for that meatball. That meatball down tilt at ledge is so funny, the angle it sends at. You see, though, does Cork have that first stock in him?
Really struggling now. 180 on Loxodont. Of course, you've got big blast zones. Finally, it's an F-Strong that does it. And even then, the reminder of those blast zones, it didn't even do it by a lot.
Yeah, it was like center stage, and if he didn't get the purple flash, I mean, who's to say that would have been still taking the stock. And I love more of that option selection of what does Cork do while Broly's on an Angel platform. This time, he decided, like, I'm going to get full charge on smoke and have this burst ready.
Ooh. Oh, speaking of bursts, the burst is charged for Cork right now. Let's see if we can get an early stock with it. There are so many situations where if Lox is caught doing something like that side B back to stage, you can go deep. You can spike him with it like a shine. This is your opportunity. No, I think Broly is aware of that win con and goes high because of it.
That was a cute little conversion off Nair 1. Oh my gosh, and great job shielding it too, but it's not going to be enough as the drop zone still gets him.
It's kind of like a free advantage state in that situation because you're so safe with that. And he was able to win out the scenario anyway with the back air. Burned that jump, however, we get the cancel. We're able to get back down 75%. This is getting away from you, Broly.
Yeah, and if you're Cork, you're starting to get these hit fall up airs. That's what you're really looking for. That's what you love to see. Ways to build a lot of damage on this Loxodont early. You got smoke covering the stage. Following down strong, not enough off the top, but you have full charge. Burst, what a tech from Broly, but the down air finishes and sends him to the abyss.
Yeah, not able to hold in quite enough to get that tech there. And that is going to be another game on the board for Cork, who
Cork's cheesing.
he's going pretty well, yeah. My man's happy with himself. Chatting it up, having a good time. Broly still wants nothing to do with it.
He's like, come on. Where are we going next? Where are we going next, boys?
My losing matchup. So I think that this matchup is, like, not that bad on either side.
No, especially with the with Loxodont's ability to clear smoke, but also Forsburn's ability to, be a menace off stage to Loxodont. It goes. I'd make a toss up either or.
Yeah. Ooh. Catches the jabs as well. Wasn't able to cancel into a tilt fast enough there. Brawly punishing. Brawly, though, on the back foot despite that great read.
And yeah, now he's cornered himself at ledge. Gonna get down tilt. That one, you made mention this earlier. A bigger stage like this, it's nicer to be able to backdash a couple times and still not be able to put yourself in the corner. But oh my gosh, going deep, going all out for that down air. He fall off the stage, and still that one little speck of smoke gone.
Oh, barely going to kill. No purple screen necessary. I don't think Cork was quite ready for that, but I don't think there was a whole lot he could do. Either way, that is not going to come even close to killing on this stage. And that is something that is really going to help Loxodont. It's going to be very hard to kill him straight up. You need an edge guard, and sure enough, Cork gets it.
Yeah, you put him far enough out stage, he's going to have to side B, and Cork, we've seen it now, is super consistent with those down airs whenever Loxodont has to side B recover. And even now, off stage, side B again, misses it that time. There's a grab from Broly. It's his turn to play the game.
That is so unsafe, and Brawly covering basically every option with that up air as well. It doesn't matter which way you tech on the platform. It is too small for this pizza cutter, but let's see if Cork can answer back in kind. He keeps holding the percent leads. It's just that once Brawly gets in, he gets in.
He does, and now double grab up throw, keeping him in the air, little dash attack, and the patience waits all day for that rollout, see what he's going to do.
Oh, great mix-up. Got deceived there by the clone. Okay, clone's offline.
It's kind of a free recovery given up from Cork as Broly just level 1 magma back. Charge with the meatball, get some magma charges going.
Oh, I love that.
So tricky.
I forgot that that piece of smoke was even there, but Cork using it very well and using it again. The down strung so fast. Was that like frame 6 or 7, something crazy like that?
Oh, it's nutty.
It's so insane.
And more nutty moves. That down B burst is going to take another stock off Broly. So now, sitting on tournament stock, Cork wants to move on and Broly wants to survive.
This is looking pretty good for Cork. Brawly needs to find the answer, needs to find this kill before the damage racks up too much. Another Nair opener. Cork has been so good at those.
And getting Broly off stage, like he's making a mountain out of a molehill with the help of that Nair. Down tilt from Broly. Can't find the next step in the puzzle. But I'm going to say that was an up tilt. Clanking is going to do it on the top. So 84 and a dream. Broly still surviving. Cork, though, fresh stock, wants to move on and to top 48.
No, it is not over yet, but Broly needs to find something monumental. 118, there's the opener, and that up strong will always work in that situation. This is the advantage state we need to see. Cork gets out, using that big stage to his advantage, but another neutral win goes to Broly.
He gets up into the meatball, 72%, and that was a very risky recovery. Get up attack, threw it, the wave dash. He's getting these 1s and 2 pieces, but he can't find the big hit. You don't want to get hit big yourself.
It's an even game.
It is Lentini down to the wire here. Back air, not going to do it. Meatball comes out looking for maybe down to the ledge. He takes the ledge.
What are you doing?
And we get a game 5.
That was so unfortunate for Cork. There is no way he meant to go down that low. A tragic, unforced error in the dying moments of that game. He was up almost an entire stock, but just wasn't a closer.
But he seems unbothered by it. They're both cheesing. This is the kind of stuff I love. Two players, it's losers. This is now for their tournament lives, and they're both having fun with it. What else can you ask for? As we go to Air Armada, a stage that we haven't seen very often today. What is your opinion of this stage, Lentini?
I think that this stage is meant for chicanery. The reason you go here is because you want your opponent to have little foibles and issues with their recovery, and then you want to try to avoid those yourself. Now, I feel like Forsburn can fall prey to some of the same stuff, so it's a bit of a risk. However, I think that the Elephant struggles a lot more against it, especially with the way these two have been recovering, where Broly tends to go low more often and Cork tends to go high.
There is a beginning to that chicanery you mentioned off stage. I agree wholeheartedly. It's sort of a situation where you don't want to bring up pineapples, but they are a big worry when it comes to playing on the stage, especially for characters with a recovery like Loxodont. As now going up high, landing another back air from one side of the stage to the other, and it still takes the stock.
Man, what an answer back from Broly. We saw this before, but it never seems to work out for the follower. It's always about the leader. You got to take those stocks first. Cork trying to get some smoke charges as well. Those have been very effective. Those explosions have been so potent against Broly, so I can understand trying to stack it early.
Speaking of trying to fight big against Broly, he is throwing out some big moves, landing these magma charge strong attacks. Sends out the meatball. I'm loving this. When Broly gets cute with the meatballs, then that's when the real fun happens. He's just tossing them up, and now still has Cork at disadvantage.
Oh, that was a bad air dodge. I think Cork was trying to wave land there, but it's so easy to do it a little bit too early. Don't scare me like that.
The lingering strongs from having magma charges. I've fallen prey to them way too many times. It's so deceptive how you think it's just a particle effect, but no, it is a hitbox.
Not only that, but the hitbox extends longer than the particle effect is visible.
It does.
So you really have to respect it. The visual cue is not super obvious. Oh, goes for the parry, but was right in between the hits there. That is unfortunate.
And now Cork finds himself at tournament stock here, potential tournament stock.
Yeah, this is Broly's, Cork's counter pick. And Broly is running over him. 143. You are one big hit away from falling out of the tournament, and this could be it right here. Broly going for the meatball setup, trying to force a predictable recovery, punishes that predictable recovery, and now you are out of resources. He knew you were going to try to go into that smoke because that's exactly what you've been doing the entire set. So when he needs it most, in those dying moments, going deep for just that simple and effective fair edge guard, moving on to top 48.
And a man who walked into the venue today unsure of how Absa works finds himself in loser's side, top 48.
So right.
That's the Broly difference, folks. It's like now sometimes you don't even need the knowledge, and as long as you play your game to the best of your ability, you'll still come out on top. And that's what we're seeing with players like Broly today. So amazing work. He'll be moving on. And Lentini, do we have any more coming up for us?
Yeah, production, what are we doing here? We got one more? No.
We're gonna take 1 second.
Okay, we're gonna find out.
Answer.
We're gonna find out. Hopefully we get one more.
Yeah, I hope so too.